What's going on, everybody? This is Kyle Vinnick, and we're going to get into a phone called the OnePlus 3T. Now, the company OnePlus is still kind of pretty new. That's why the phone is not really that popular, or at least in the US. But this company is known to deliver phones with high-end specs and a cheap price. Now, if you're familiar with OnePlus, you know that they just released a OnePlus 3 that came out like 6-7 months ago. So the 3T is pretty much a spec upgrade from the already good OnePlus 3. So with the 3T, we upgrade to a Snapdragon 821 CPU, but we still keep the same Adreno 530 GPU. Also, we get an upgrade with the battery capacity. We go from a 3000 to a 3400 milliampere battery. Another difference is with the 3T, you're able to get a storage of 128 gigabytes, and the pricing starts at $439 for the 64 gigabyte when the regular 3T started at $399 with that same storage. And then on the front of the phone, we get an upgrade to a 16 megapixel camera. And the last difference is that we get a slightly dark gray color called gunmetal. So on the 3T, we get the same aluminum unibody design. Personally, the fit doesn't suit me because of the slightly curved back. I'm more into flat behinds on phones, from phones like the iPhone and the Pixels. Having a flat back is easier to manage, especially with a big phone like this. So on the left side of the phone, we have something not a lot of Android phones have. It's a 3-position mute switch that allows you to turn on silent mode or priority mode, which only pushes important notifications. And right in the middle, on the bottom of the phone, you'll find the fingerprint sensor, which is very fast and also works as a home button when off-screen keys are activated. It's not a physical button, just a feel from your finger will sense it and it will unlock your phone. So the 3T has a higher capacity 3400 milliampere battery. I would get about 4.5 of screen on time. Honestly, I was hoping for more considering its battery size. But all specs aside, I would grade the battery performance with a B+. What makes me forget about the battery performance is dash charging. This is OnePlus's very own, and most of the power is coming from the wall adapter and not so much from the phone. So the phone doesn't warm up as much as it does when you fast charge a phone like the Samsung Galaxy S7. And you're able to get like 60% of battery life in just 30 minutes of charging. But that's only if you charge from the included dash charger. So on the bottom, that's where you find the speaker grill. And the quality is very similar to the iPhone 6s Plus, but just a little bit louder. It's only one speaker, and it can easily be covered when you have the phone in landscape mode with the palm of your hands covering the speaker grill. But I guess that's what you get from a phone that costs less than $600. So on the front of the phone, we got that 5.5-inch optic AMOLED display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. This isn't the best AMOLED display I laid eyes on, but for its price, it's pretty good. It does have decent viewing angles. It's covered with Corning Gorilla Glass 4. It's rounded off at the edges like most phones today. Colors are vibrant, but I was hoping for a little more to keep up with at least the Pixels display. But that's just a personal preference. One feature that stands out is the option to switch from off-screen to on-screen navigation buttons, which are also customizable. That's why on the phone, they're labeled as a dot and not those shapes. So currently, the phone is upgradable to Android 7.0 under Oxygen OS 4.0.3. One customizing feature is the gestures. You have gestures like double tap to wake, drawing an O to open up the camera, drawing a V to toggle the flashlight, and more. Now, with the 6 gigabytes of RAM, it definitely puts in work. But unfortunately, it doesn't use all of its RAM, and that's to save battery life. But even with that, the phone flies. Even switching back to heavy apps, the memory, it doesn't lag. So on the back, we got that 12 megapixel camera. It has OIS and able to record in 4K. From the regular 3, the quality is pretty much the same. It can get overexposed, but the images are sharp. It has great stabilization. It doesn't have the fastest autofocus, but it's good enough. I noticed with indoor shots, the details are softened. Overall, I would say the camera is standard quality, but of course a software update can always improve from that. Now, with the 4K recording, the quality is not that great. It's not that smooth, and it can look unnatural. So on the front, that's where the upgraded 16 megapixel camera is. This is more for the selfie lovers. I'm not really into all that, but from the 3, it has higher quality, more detail, the colors are brighter and more accurate. So yeah, that's the OnePlus 3T. I've been using this phone for about a week, and I already know that I'm more of a Pixel phone guy, and that says a lot because the performance on the 3T is actually better than the Pixel XL that I used. But for me, pure Android is a priority to me when owning an Android phone. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. The 3T is pretty much a basic smartphone, which is not a bad thing, but considering the other phones that are similarly basic, this is even more basic. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Let me know if you guys would rock a OnePlus 3T, or if you guys disagree on my opinions. As always, comment down below. Let me know what you think about the video, and make sure you're subscribed for the latest. Later.